Good evening, my lovelies. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are well. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Dragon Queen Creations, where I share all types of creations. That's Buggy, Tarragon, Mr. Tarragon, if you don't know, my dog. I don't know what he's whining about, to be honest. I just gave him a treat, so I don't know why he's tripping right now. Anyway, my name's Lindsay. I come here just about every Thursday to paint and chill and smoke and chat about usually anything to do with the law of attraction or helping you guys heal or get through your day easier, find more peace, whatever it is. So if you want to know more, you can check out my other videos, but I'm about to get right into it. I am preparing for an art show this Saturday in Wynwood. It's at the Arlo Hotel. It's ran by the local art club. You can find them on Instagram, and Silvio Rodriguez Music. So it's always a good time. I've done the art show before. I've already posted about it a little bit. So if you are in Miami Saturday, you want to come check it out and see some free art and meet some wonderful people, then I would say come on out and check it out. But anyways, I would like to get into the little bit of the subject for tonight. I love talking about the law of attraction because that's how shit is. That's how things work. That's, you know, a big tool, knowing how it works and practicing it every day into manifesting your dream reality and really what you want to create for yourself. So I mean, to be honest, similarly like a Sims type creating thing, you know what I mean? Like you really get to pick and choose what you want, guys. There are things that float in sometimes that we don't want, but a lot of that has to do with the law of attraction also. I do believe obviously in contrast and that things need to be, you know, things are balanced that way with there has to be good and bad, dark and light. It's the balanced side of the coin. That's just, it is what it is, but you can also use that to your advantage with the law of attraction as far as like assumptions go also. Most of the time we walk around assuming bad, assuming something's going to go wrong, assuming we did something wrong, assuming we're in trouble for something. And you know, that stems from whatever's during your childhood or maybe during some relationships you've had that just kind of created these different ways of thinking and traumatic reactions to situations instead of keeping a calm mind and being peaceful about it and getting it resolved peacefully and better than you even expected if you really practice and learn how to do that. So sometimes I'll give some examples of things that have happened to me or that I've noticed as I am putting the law of attraction into practice every day to the best of my ability. But when we go back to assumption, if you've ever read Don Miguel Ruiz, the 4 agreements, one of the 4 agreements is don't assume. All right. There's really no reason to assume because you don't know what's going to happen. But if you're going to, and in this way I definitely recommend it, is to assume positively. There's no reason you can't equally visualize and picture what you want as you can as the things that you don't want. You know, I don't know, I do know why a little bit, but not always know why. We're just trained to go towards the bad, right? To expect the bad, I mean, there's a lot of sayings out there that go with it, you know, themes in movies that everything goes bad, everything is, you know, like not always working out for me type things, anything that could go wrong will go wrong type shit. Anyway, but if we focus on the opposite of that, the contrast of that, because if your ass doesn't know what's going to happen, if you don't know if it's going to go good or bad, then why wouldn't you visualize it going well? You know what I mean? the energies that I'm drawing here should be of those that have kind of been working with the law of attraction for a little bit and messing with it and just putting into practice, as I said, and maybe trying new ways. There's plenty of people that speak on and teach on and do seminars on the law of attraction. Books, of course. You've got The Secret. You've got Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And like a bajillion others, you know, Bob Proctor, you've got Abraham Hicks, all the ones that I talk about before that I listen to and watch. Napoleon Hill, but there's another, hello, like I'm having a ding moment right now. Anyway, there's so many different teachers and people that I watch for years and years and years that speak about the same thing over and over and over, just in different ways, right? Because we're all going to receive things differently and be on different wavelengths, radio stations, vibrations, whatever you want to call it, throughout our days and throughout our lives. So there's been times where, as much as I love Abraham Hicks and listening to those seminars and those, you know, gatherings and things, there were times a long time ago where I wasn't ready to receive what they were saying. It was like I did at one point, and then it kind of went away, and I had to just move away from it because it started getting a bit overwhelming in what I thought I was supposed to be doing, or that I didn't understand what they were saying, and just ended up switching. He's having a good time over there. Ended up switching to somebody else speaking about it, to where I was more on the same wavelength as they were and could understand what they were saying. And I've moved back into Abraham Hicks and some others since then, and, you know, still value what they say. But there's been times where some of my favorite speakers, Buggy, are I just am not picking up what they're putting down at the time. So I have to switch to somebody else or something else, just divert my mind for a minute and then come back to that, to where I'll understand it and be able to receive it later. So apologize for the background noise. Pup's playing with his plastic toy thing over there. So, you know, I let him have his fun and be free. He's about 10 months old now. You've probably seen him on my channel if you've been in my other videos. He's a cutie pie, but he's loud sometimes. I guess he takes after me. Anywho, so that's why I like speaking about the law of attraction. Maybe they are speakers that you've listened to and you just don't understand what the fuck they're talking about. Hopefully something I say here maybe clicks with you to where you can understand, because we get, as much as I think I would understand it, I would still get put into situations where I'd be like, how the fuck do I respond to this? You know, how am I supposed to? So it has gotten easier over time as I've practiced it more and listened to different speakers and things like that. And literally tried it out, you know what I mean? Not just putting in practice as far as affirmations and really believing it, but trying it out as far as paying attention to the results that come too. Not checking on them repetitively and waiting on them and looking at them and staring at them, you know, going and having fun. So an example I used the other day with my babes was, you know, as with kids, when we want something, now this is put in a healthy, you know, child parental situation. Okay, some of us didn't have that, you know, I'm sorry for you, but we healed through that and you're stronger for it. But in a normal situation, you would go run, maybe you're watching cartoons, right? Maybe you go ask your mom, hey, she's doing dishes. Hey mom, I want some cereal. Can I have some cereal, whatever? She's like, yeah, I'll get it for you in a minute, no problem. What do? You don't stand there and watch her see if she's gonna make the cereal or worry if she's gonna give you the cereal or not. You don't, you know, try to rush the process or try to pay her for it to do it quicker, or no, you go, you run back and you watch your cartoons and you chill the fuck out and you have a good time. And then before you know it, here comes your cereal with a wonderful lady to bring it to you, right? And you have all you want. You're living your dream life at that moment, watching cartoons and eating cereal. So the same type of situation when we're adults, as everything in life, you know, keep it as simple as you can like that, you guys. If you've asked for it, it's out there, and know you'll receive it. Just because you don't get it right now, or just because there might be, you know, a bit of something that comes through that looks like you're not going to get it, then you're going against your belief. So you can't have these beliefs and not believe them at the same time. Just like in the relationship, confirmation. Just like in the relationship I'm in. We've built trust together. So I either trust him or I don't. I can't do both. Okay? And so what I've been shown is that I can trust, right? So, shoes on the wrong feet for sure. Sometimes that does happen. Yeah. I put my pants on inside out the other day and was all in public with those. So that was a good time. Luckily it wasn't noticeable. It was just gray and gray, so it was fine. But yeah, it was one of those days. But so just something like that, guys, a little example to really look at. That's why it's important to sit down with your list of what you want, and to know, if you don't know what the fuck you want for your life, then God, the universe, energies cannot return that to you. You can't put it out there if it's a confused type of energy, because you're going to get confusion back. So whatever you put out comes back to you. People around you are reflections in mirrors, situations, reflections in mirrors. So if you're walking around saying, everything always goes wrong, my days are shit, I hate life, you're going to receive some of your day's going wrong and your life being shit and you hating it, and more reasons to, if you're looking for it, you're going to find it. So there's a little cartoon that I love too. It's like it's kind of like a little comic type of cartoon, but it's just one, I'm sure you've seen it, you guys, but it's just one little square, and it has a bus, right? And the bus is on the side of a cliff, and there's two people looking out the windows. And it's all about your perspective. The one guy is looking out the window towards the rocks and the rubble and the dirt, and he's like, ugh, like, nice view, like, great, this is no fun. And then you have the guy on the other side, which is staring out the other window, the other side that doesn't have that wall, and is looking out onto gardens and beautiful mountains and pastures and all kinds of things, flowers and butterflies and shit, right? So it's all about your perspective. If that guy just changed his perspective a little bit and went and looked out the other window, it is like that in real life. It seems so simple and so like, yeah, right, you got to struggle and work hard and blah, blah, blah. Trust me, I came from hustle culture. I came from where, work harder, burn yourself out type shit. Like, don't be a pussy, all of that, and I had to grow out of that. I had to learn out of that that's not the correct way to be. We weren't sent here to be fucking pack horses, workhorses, and to just work ourselves to death and not experience anything that we love and not have a beautiful life. There is a beautiful life out here for us, but we have to know that you need to wake your eyes up to it to look at it. If you're the guy on the bus staring out the window with all the rocks and you don't know that you can just turn your head and look at all the beauty that is right there next to you, then that's something you really need to figure out and work on a little bit. So at the end of these little paint and chats and stuff that I have, I always pull a card. I do psychic readings if I'm led to now. I used to offer them individually, but now if I receive a message and then, I'll pass it along, not a problem at all. But anyway, with reading energies and everything, I still like pulling cards. I do it at the end of my tattoo sessions. I'm a tattoo artist also, and so I do a little card pull if the client would like at the end, just a little bit of guidance or whatever, something that they may need. My client earlier, Daniel, we did that. He pulled a card at the end and it was just right on point. Before I even read the meaning out of the book, just the card itself he already knew that it was for him. So it's just a really cool experience. I'll probably pull 2 cards tonight. I was led to get my other deck out, my dragon deck, being the Dragon Queen. I need to start pulling some more dragon cards. I've been pulling from my spellcasting oracle cards, which I love those too. So we'll just do 1 and 1 tonight. And I'll post those up and let you guys know. So, like I said, anything I can do to help with the law of attraction and helping anyone understand it better. I'm still working on it and practicing every day too, but I know I get the gist of it. It's just, I make sure I keep the consistency and keep my thoughts in line and make sure that I quiet my mind. I'm not out here, thinking bad shit and compromising myself, being negative about things. I used to be negative Nancy to the fucking fullest. I'm telling you. Like, I had family members that didn't even want to talk to me because I was so fucking negative. You know what I mean? And right on them. Like, I don't blame them. Didn't want to talk to myself either. So, But now it's different, Like, being in the present moment, I really enjoy conversations that I have with my loved ones and being able to spend time with them, where before I would just rush around and you know, do whatever I thought I had to do. You know, at one point, it's like I went from a weird phase of, you know, being free and being like, fuck everybody, I do what I want to do anyway, a little bit more on the harsh and heavy side, but I mean, it was kind of a beautiful thing now that I look back. And then, excuse me, at some point, I went into, you know, giving a fuck kind of what people thought, or taking other people's opinions too much into consideration, or whatever it was. But anyway, I'm back to kind of a hybrid of both, as far as sitting down with myself and knowing who I am now and knowing what I want and being able to put that out there and receive such beautiful blessings back. You know, this isn't just money. This isn't just love, friendship. You know, it's not just that. It's just being at peace every day, no matter what's going on, to the best of my ability. That's the treasure. That's the most beautiful thing. You can have all the money in the world. You can have even a good relationship and have all the money in the world, but that doesn't mean you're at peace. That doesn't mean you wake up with peace if you're waking up with anxiety and fucking, you know, you can't sleep and you're having nightmares and you're, you know, you can't breathe at night and just moving through your day like not taking care of yourself and not stopping and breathing for a minute and grounding yourself. That's not how we're supposed to be living here, guys. The law of attraction too was, you know, the only thing that really makes sense if you think about it, if you sit and think about it. You know, growing up mostly around people that were like Christians and that type of religion. As a kid, you know, I had the vision of some dude with a beard up in the clouds zapping me with fucking lightning every time that I did something wrong. God forbid if I said damn, or if I crossed the street too early, or if I, you know, just like had me walking on eggshells type shit. And I knew that wasn't the way to live. I know God doesn't want that. He's all about love, bro. You know, and creation and expansion. That doesn't mean there's not going to be the counter of that, you know, the balance of that, the good and bad sometimes. But if you know how to deal with situations with peace, then it always turns out better than you can even think. So that's also why I really believe in trying to help people understand the law of attraction, because I want you guys to be at peace when you wake up and when you go to bed, and really understand that some of the things that society and consumerism and all that shit puts on us as people that we start to feel obligated to do, fuck that. We don't have to do 95% of it. You need to live your own life and do what you want to do. So I just wanted to make a couple points that way. And the only thing, like I said, that made sense, you know? So if we believe in a creator, whoever that creator is, he's not up there zapping people for having a different religion or believing something different. That shit doesn't even make sense, right? I don't even believe necessarily it's a he. I believe it's just masculine and feminine energies together. But for the sake of just speaking, we're going to say he, okay? So, but yeah, that doesn't make sense. If God created the whole world, then why would he create Buddhism or other religions and then smote people for it, or, you know, smite them, however you say it. A little Moana reference there, but that doesn't make sense, because we're all God's children, right? So if we are, then the law of attraction is the only thing that makes sense. It is your way of thinking. It is the way that you go about your day and your perspective and the energies that you're putting out there. And if you're paying attention and being in the present moment, you'll see what comes back to you, and see what works and see what doesn't, and see how it is showing up. Because what is happening right now is old. This has already been manifested. So whatever's going on around you right now, you've already created. So that's why it's important to just start whenever you can, right now, with making sure that you quiet your mind, focus on what you want, and assume the best of every situation, no matter what's going on. So the more you do that, and the more consistently you do that, then it'll show up quicker in your timeline, in your actual reality. Because if you keep thinking about negative shit all the time, then that's what you're going to manifest all the time. And so you're going to be seeing it all the time, because that's what you're stuck on. You know, if you don't have a bit of self-love and time, I don't care how busy you are, you have time to sit down, have some healthy boundaries, and sit down and be quiet with yourself for a second and focus on what you want. And take a minute at the beginning of each day and at the end of each day to, again, focus on you want and create that reality. Assume the best and put that out there. You know, whatever comes to us is what we focus on. So if you're focusing on the negative, even if you're saying, I don't want it to rain, the law of attraction doesn't hear I don't want. The law of attraction hears rain, rain, rain. So you have to switch your thinking and switch your speaking and part of that. So, you know, just, that's why you need to take time with yourself. Sorry, that comment threw me off. I don't know. That's the best part of a muffin. I don't know if I'm supposed to hit that as a comment. That shit threw me off for sure. Anyways. So be very careful what you speak, and what you're saying and what you're writing down. You know, spell, that wordage is for a reason, right? So spell correctly in what you're envisioning and the way you want things. Don't write down and put out there what you don't want. Only focus on what you do want, okay? Like I said, it doesn't focus on, I don't want it to rain. You say, oh, I love that it's just a sunshiny day. It's a clear day. You know, you would word it that way instead of wording it with the I don't or anything to that nature. So I'm going to pull a couple cards here in a minute. Not too long of a video tonight. I have a lot of packing to do for the show, and I have to, get the car packed and kind of get my list going and get that ready, and do any finishing touches on my last chameleon painting back here. That'll be on display at the show on Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Arlo Hotel in Wynwood, Miami, which is the art district. It's beautiful down there. So if you guys are down there, I'd love to see you. Come say what's up. I saw your fucking video, blah, blah, blah. You know, let's smoke one, let's chat. I have my cards with me there too. If you guys want to pull one, you can let me know that. Just come up to the table and say what's up. So again, my name's Lindsay, or you can just call me the Dragon Queen. That's cool too. All right, let's get a couple cards pulled, and then I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. And yeah, hopefully the little bit that we said here helped. Like I said, just focusing on what you want. You've asked for it. Now go play and do some other things you're led to do in the meantime, and then you'll start to see your blessings come in little by little. Like, you'll see something, you'll be doing something, not thinking about anything but what you're doing, which is one of the main keys of manifestation, just so you know. But when you get to zone out and focus on painting, fixing a car, building something, tinkering, untying a wind chime, whatever it is, little things that kind of zone you out into something, a passion that you have, that's many times when you receive much of your manifestations, you'll start to receive little things that you wanted months ago. It'll just pop up all of a sudden. You're like, oh, damn, I forgot I even wanted that shit. And it'll just show up. So let's pull a couple cards, and I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday. All right, we have Archangel Gabriel's dragon, which that's crazy. The tattoo I was working on today was Archangel Michael. Anyways, brings purification. It is a white dragon. Self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. So you can check that out for the images. Pretty cool white dragon. But on point, what I was talking about earlier, self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy, right? What does that mean? Well, the discipline is being consistent with your thoughts and being disciplined in your regimen for the day, as far as don't let anything come between you and waking up and centering your mind and quieting your mind and coming to peace and knowing you come to a calm where you want for nothing. You just sit there and you're just like, wow, life is so beautiful. Sometimes you cry because it's such a beautiful experience. This happens all the time. But that's how you know you're in that zone, in the proper manifestation vibe, if you will, the proper love vibe, the receiving vibe, is because you want for nothing and you could just sit there enjoying your time sitting there, period, point blank. And so the more that you are able to do that, sit there and just be grateful for how everything is right now and that you're alive, and not worry about the next bill or the relationship or any of that stuff, then you move from that point throughout your day. You start from there and then go, because you only move from love then. Everything's beautiful. It's almost like being on drugs in a way. It is, without taking any drugs. And I'm not saying no weed, no nothing. I can sit here and just be grateful for everything and not care about smoking, coffee, painting, though I do love art very, very much. But you know what I mean. I can just sit there and just be grateful, and it's a beautiful place to be. So let's read Archangel Gabriel's dragon, again, about being self-disciplined. That's what it's talking about. Because then, again, it'll speed your ascension and bring joy. It also speeds manifestations, because the more consistent you are with it, the more that's the reality you're creating back to back to back to back, instead of having little doubt realities that are popping in there, fucking shit up for a few days, and then you having to recenter again. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen, guys. You know, it's gonna be, but it doesn't have to be as horrendous as us, like I said, focusing on the bad every day. It's not like that. Life is really beautiful and wonderful if you know what to look for. Archangel Gabriel's dragon, 5th dimensional. Diamond white dragons serve Archangel Gabriel, the mighty pure white angel of clarity, joy, and hope. When we're ready to connect more deeply to him, his dragons shine their crystal light into our energy fields and physical body, allowing deep cleansing and purification to take place. They light up our true essence, and we become transparent to the spiritual world. This means that the lower energies that have not been released from our auric field become visible. So it's important to forgive, love, and respect ourselves and others so that our aura becomes totally clear. Then the dragons will rejoice, for we are ready to walk the Diamond Ascension path. They will lead the way, clearing and energizing our sparkling new high-frequency journey and bringing us clarity, hope, and joy so that Archangel Gabriel with his diamond wings can overlight us. The guidance as receiving this card implies you are expected to cooperate with Archangel Gabriel's diamond white dragons using self-examination and self-discipline to accelerate your ascension. The dragons can illuminate you internally with happiness, clarity, and higher expectation. Higher expectation, you guys. You are worthy of all that you desire. I promise you that. So you have to have the highest expectations of what you want. You will receive it. You have to believe it and feel it. You will become a shining beacon and will automatically radiate light that shows others the way. Excuse me. You will have earned the right to be a walking master. You will carry in your fields the glorious light of Archangel Gabriel's cosmic diamond, which is a life-transforming ascension tool. The diamond white dragons will swirl and dance around you, ensuring that glittering, shimmering, cosmic diamond stays securely in place over your energy fields. It will protect your aura and fill you with joy, purity, and bliss. You guys already know I'm all about the glitter and the shimmery stuff. So one more look at that card, and then I'll pull one more from my spellcasting oracle cards. We'll get that guidance for tonight and get out of here. Ooh, blessings. We was just talking about that too, you guys. All within the same realm of the conversation. I love the cards coming out like that. Also has all the blue on there, some green. So we've got the throat chakra and the heart chakra, and the full moon. How wonderful. So full moon is all about, as you probably know, releasing old energies, and then starting a new cycle with the new moon coming up next. So if there's some old energies that need to be released for you to ascend and for you to level up in your life and really, like I said, realize that you're worthy of all you desire, then please do that and get all of your blessings. Receive, receive, receive. When you desire someone else to experience the world through the sacred eyes of sanctity, honor, and gratitude, then you offer them a great blessing. This is a wonderful way to work with the pure energies of the universe and to attract a cornucopia of abundance into your life. Remember that everything you send out comes back to you therefore threefold, so open yourself up to receive great blessings from your guides, angels, and great masters. As you say prayers for the world, dedicate candles, and partake in yoga, read spiritual books, chant, and burn incense as you raise your vibration and truly light up your life, and ultimately the world. Magical meanings of the blessings card are to count your blessings, give thanks for all the good in your life, the approval you seek is given, a dream comes true, a kind act brings great blessings. We were just talking about gratitude a few minutes ago too, you guys, especially because when you focus on those wonderful, beautiful things like that, more comes to you. so you're able to share more, to spread more joy, more love. It's crazy how much people change when they are at peace and have released all of the negativity in their life and really see the truth and what we are here for and how to live. You know what I mean? It's not all about hate and hurting each other and all that bullshit. Like, some of y'all need to calm down and quit reacting to things and realize how powerful you are. You're kings and queens. So stand in your power, your royalty. I love you guys. I appreciate you being here. Come see me Saturday in Miami at the Arlo Hotel if you get a chance for the art show, local art club show. And I appreciate you being here so much. With gratitude, I love you guys. Have a good night.